It's your boy, Abe. You know. Yeah, man. Yeah, today we're gonna react to a Sportskeeda Wrestling. It's a channel. I got this video from Sportskeeda Wrestling. Has John Cena retired from WWE with a question mark there? Has he? Last match with Solo Sikoa on Crown Jewel, you know, and then we had a couple of days ago that Hollywood is back in business. Strike is over. You know, now he's gone. Was it his last match? Did he retire? I think not. I will tell you why. But let's get it.
At Crown Jewel 2023, John Cena suffered a series of Samoan spikes at the hands of Solo Sikoa, losing to the rising star and seemingly teasing retirement from the ring. Even Michael Cole alluded to the possibility of Solo Sikoa being the man to end Cena's legendary WWE run. To add fuel to that fire, Cena himself had been teasing it in the build-up to Crown Jewel, with the story being that he doesn't know how much longer he's going to be around.
I'm gonna say goodbye.
So as he officially retired, we have to go into a little bit of detail to seek that answer. For at least 8 out of his 10 years as the face of WWE between 2005 and 2015, Cena was constantly accused of burying other superstars, while WWE essentially became Super Cena TV as he went through opponent after opponent and never lost a feud, all at the expense of every other star on the roster. There is, however, some weight to fans' frustration at the time.
With bearing talent, I don't know, bro. I might be like mentioning one thing, but I think like, for example, like in 2011, not gonna make like maybe other pay-per-views, but WrestleMania 2011. John Cena main events, WrestleMania, obviously he was like at the top at the time, man. It was like no one, he was the face of WWE, faces The Miz. John Cena's champion, The Miz the challenger, Miz, no. I don't know. I don't remember who was champion, but they were fighting for the WWE championship. Miz beat Cena. How's that bearing talent, At the main event of WrestleMania, Cena's beaten. He even lost the next WrestleMania against it was against The Rock then, but I don't think it was bearing talent. Yeah, he was the face of the company. He beat a lot of people, won the world champion a lot of times at the time, but put them up a lot, or is probably like, giving back right now for that time. I'm still going to tell you why this ain't no retirement though.
And the reason why it became so polarizing in the first place. We don't have that what if question for Roman Reigns anymore because he did eventually turn heel, but Vince McMahon refused to let Cena ever go down that road, even with the Cena heel turn reportedly once set in stone. But this is less about his 10 years as the...
Yeah. Fans wanted him to go heel, but he's not. He was not gonna be good heel. I don't know. At some point, he was not like a good guy, but he was not like a bad guy. Probably at that point where let's go Cena. Cena sucks. Where it all started, didn't change at all. Remained the same. Never went heel. Remained the good guy, even though fans hated him. And then it was a lot of hate. And then we loved him.
Face of the company, and more about what happened leading up to now, and whether this spells the end for the greatest of all time.
Nope.
Ever since he became a part-timer in late 2015, Cena has spent most of his WWE appearances essentially putting over up-and-coming stars. He reportedly knows better than anybody about the accusations he has faced, but he'll always tell you that he didn't do anything that he wasn't told to do. He's also been asked a lot about when he plans to call it quits on his wrestling career, and his normal response has been that he'll leave whenever WWE feels like they don't have a need for him anymore. The truth is that WWE technically doesn't need him anymore, at least not the way they did a decade ago. The last 8 years or so have seen WWE drastically change their approach in this regard, making sure that the brand is always bigger than an individual star, and that the name WrestleMania is enough to draw in tens of thousands of fans. But needing John Cena and wanting John Cena are two entirely different things. When he sat down on Busted Open Radio earlier this year, he made it very clear how it looks for him. He said, quote, "I wish I was still there every day. My body can't do it anymore, and I don't want to give the consumer a bad product." End quote. We take for granted how much of an after effect wrestling has on people's bodies, even after retirement. For many, the lack of adrenaline rush and post-career injuries sent them spiraling down a much darker road of drugs and alcohol, but Cena belonged to a healthier locker room and also had an immediate career transition to prevent anything like that from happening. It seems like a pretty normal response considering the above-average work rate he had to have for a decade on both TV and on the live event circuit. Ultimately, his latest run only came as a result of the SAG-AFTRA strike in Hollywood and the period he had away. Cena, being the class act that he is, even revealed on the After the Bell podcast that he took permission from the higher-ups in the SAG-AFTRA community to get permission to have another run in WWE. And how great is it that his fallback option gives millions of fans around the world joy? The days of Cena being polarizing are long gone, but there seems to be a much more widespread acknowledgement of his status as the greatest of all time. Whether you think he's the GOAT or not, this incredible run he had not only saw him elevate L.A. Knight, yeah, and even Solo Sikoa to some extent into the main event status, but more importantly, he brought a lot of joy to millions of people watching around the...
Just wanted to comment about Solo, now, for me, what I think about Solo now, this is just now. We got introduced to him, with the bloodline, obviously, behind Roman Reigns, the Usos, the fourth, member, the lost brother, lost family member, whatever. But about his character, I don't know. He hasn't had a character like that no more, except like those Umaga type of vibes, like classic things from his Samoan heritage, his family. We haven't had him talk a lot much. Don't know him on the mic. Don't know him, when he's feuding with someone, how it be. We don't know. I haven't seen his feuds. I never watched him a lot on NXT. Probably should, but I'm gonna get him in the main stream, main event, pay-per-views. Get back to Cena.
Globe. Sorry to make you wait so long, but as for the question of whether he is officially retired, the answer seems to be no as of now. We've seen megastars like The Rock leave WWE without a formal farewell match, and that could happen to Cena too, considering that he has so many projects lined up in Hollywood once the strike officially ends. It's still hard to see Cena not having a farewell match to end it all, so for now, the door will still be open. He may not have become a Grand Slam champion in his career, but he doesn't view it from that perspective. For him, it's the energy of the audience and giving them the best show he possibly can. So if he can't give it 100%, he's likely to call it a day. So enjoy his presence while you can, because he's not going to be around forever, but what he leaves behind certainly will.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's Sportskeeda Wrestling. Has John Cena retired from WWE? I say no, man. Why do I say no? Ever since his run, ever since the strike thing in Hollywood, he came back, did his whole run, tried to bring a lot of guys up, LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, whatever he's been doing, or whatever, those guys are making him do, which is great for these other guys. But Johnson like 45, 46. Definitely not gonna. The best guy in my generation, you know, best guy. He's the Hulk Hogan of my generation. No doubt about that. That's why he's just been given the greatest of all time. I didn't want this video to be that long, but it's John Cena. I'm sorry. And ever since he came back, ever since he's been hinting at doing those Instagram posting. I don't know. I think he posted on Instagram that David Beckham last match photo, and then he posted I don't know, another baseball player's last game photo. Then it's just hinting. Ever since that's been sparking up, another point just came about. Maybe they are putting him on a downfall or on a downslope to make his comeback more epic. And that comeback, maybe in my hope, maybe this is my imagination, and maybe I'm so hopeful that he will come back for that final run and win the WWE Championship for the 17th time, breaks the record. And then, you know why I think this? WWE would need a bigger thing after Reigns loses that championship. Definitely, bro. Reigns will lose that championship whenever he does, even if he or whatever he does retires with it, whatever. But then WWE will need another mega, moment or mega like historical event. What's what they can't give Ric Flair his 17th World Championship. So the closest person to that, and imagine this, in that match, he fights Randy. Hopefully Randy comes back. I hope he wins the 7th championship, man. It's your boy Abe. We out. John Cena every day.